Hi everyone, this is Lady T with your Scorpio Egyptian messages for mid-July 2020. 2020. Okay. Something happened in July of 2020 that you might need to look back at. I don't know. But this is July 2023. So something 3 years ago was significant. Now, let's move on. Before we get started, that was interesting. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, your comments, anything at all that you do to support the channel. Please continue to do so. And I'm going to continue to put out readings regardless because I like to do it. But really, the ultimate goal of the channel is to make sure that I'm putting out messages that help you. So I do hope these help you. I haven't heard to the contrary that they don't, but um I would like to know how you feel about the messages I put out. I mean, I do see some likes, but then again, I don't really know. um so if you want to comment, feel free. If you don't, that's fine. I'm still going to continue to do it regardless. So now let's go ahead and get into your energy, Scorpio. First row here, and this is different than I normally do. I normally do less cards, and I have a totally different layout, but Spirit told me to do it this way, so that's what we're doing. Okay, let's see here. Okay, first card is we have helpful people. So you've got people around you there to support you or help you in some kind of way. So make sure you're using those people. Make sure you're communicating, your needs to those people, is what I'm getting there as well. It says someone will be generous to you. People want, willing to help, accept help from others. So again, don't be resisting asking for help if you need it. Now we have sovereignty in reverse. And this is about maybe you not stepping into your sovereignty is what I'm getting, because it's in the reverse, because it says here position of power. So maybe you haven't taken authority, or you haven't you haven't taken authority over a situation. But it says position of power, high status, something, someone majestic, an air of sovereignty. So maybe you don't walk around basically, in this air. Maybe you're supposed to. I don't mean cockiness, that's not what I mean, but in an air of power. I don't know, this is very interesting energy. But because this is I get it that you're very humble, but you might need to assume an air of sovereignty moving forward, is what I'm getting. Okay. Or take charge of a situation or your life or something along those lines. Okay. Next, in the challenge position, we have higher forces. It says communicating with other realms, help from higher dimension, divine protection. Now, this is in the challenge position because I don't know if you are meditating. I don't know if you are doing those things that allow you the access to these higher realms. So you're encouraged to do that because it's in the challenge position. So maybe you are doing it, but I'm here to tell you you might need to do it more, is what I'm getting. Okay, we've got loneliness here. And this is, feeling like you don't have support or feeling alone at this time, feeling lonely, but also understanding that you are never alone, because you're Scorpio. So you know all about spirituality and you know about those things. So you know you're not alone. It's just maybe, sometimes feeling that way nonetheless. Could be having a problem with your throat chakra, because prior to doing this reading, I was not clearing my throat. Now, next row is closing. So this is about closing out a cycle, closing out a situation, closing out something that needs to be closed. It says come to the end of a phase, the conclusion of something, completing a cycle. The feminine, So there could be definitely a feminine involved, but this also could have the aspects of you being in your feminine energy. It says a woman will play a role. So apparently there is definitely a woman involved. Your feminine side, as we just talked about, and feminine energy. So something about also being in balance between the two, divine masculine, divine feminine within you, is important. We've got protection. So even if you don't think you're protected, you are protected. So we've also got regeneration and royal power. So again, stepping into that sovereignty that was mentioned up there. Protection over your health, and protected from evil forces, because you do have the enemy card, which we'll talk about in a minute. So we got small steps. So this is taking small steps forward towards some goal, okay, of yours. It says breaking it down into smaller steps or smaller goals along the way. And I want to say, if something is feeling overwhelming to you, this is how to handle that. Building the momentum. So small steps will help you, feel better about it and not as overwhelmed. So that's going to lead to you, feeling encouraged and empowered to keep going, I guess. And then again, one step at a time. Now, in the last row, and I'm going to take these last two cards with it as well. We've got some cards in the challenge position as well as some others. So the first one we have here is doubt, or doubting rather. So you are doubting something. You are doubting something about yourself, perhaps, because you see how the feminine here, she is, holding herself, like she's just like, I'm not sure if I can do this. There's a sense of doubting your abilities or doubting that you can do something. It says here, yearning for something, someone, fantasizing, wishful thinking, a want or a need. So if you are fantasizing about someone else, then this is about a relationship. We've talked about the doubting here. We've got in your power. So again, challenge position here. In your power is, again, to me, sort of like a sovereignty. You standing in the truth of who you are, standing in your power and moving in your life the way you desire to move. And that it just feels challenging at this time. High on life, standing in your joy, standing in your peace, standing in your harmony, feeling very, very fortunate even. Just wanting to have a good time, waking up every day, thankful for the life that you have, an attitude of gratitude, an attitude of joy, even. It says extremely happy with life, living life to the fullest, excitement and happiness. And then we have enemy. So there is somebody who is trying to put some negative magic on you here with the enemy card. So somebody around you is doing this. So as it says, someone opposes you, hatred, anger, jealousy, creating animosity. And this is to probably stop you from moving forward, because you have the new birth card next. And it says creative and metamorphosis, birthing something new, come into being. And to me, the coming into being is the stepping into your power, stepping into your sovereignty of who you are, and not doubting anymore, that kind of thing. Now let's move into your Isis oracle messages. Over here you had some in the upright, one in the reverse, and then several in the challenge. The first one we have here, which I thought was incredibly funny, power over 7 scorpions. And you're Scorpio, so that makes perfect sense to me. Power to conjure lower vibrational forces. So what I don't really like about that, though, is you're conjuring up lower vibrational forces for what? So I'm just asking that question for you to think about. Because to me, why would you conjure up lower vibrational forces? And now, if that's a protective measure, or that's a hey, I don't want to stoop to their level, so I'm going to handle it a different way and let let my team take care of it. I'm cool with that. But if this is truly you conjuring up lower vibrational forces to, be in lower vibration, then that's not a good idea. But you are, the sign that deals with, the darkness. So maybe, it is what it is. But I do ask you to think about that. And then I'm also led to tell you that maybe you're doing this subconsciously. I don't know. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but I'm telling you that because it just came to me to tell you that. So, truth unveiled. There we go. The revelation of Isis. So, you're obviously going to be involved in some kind of truth or clarity coming forth for you. That's probably going to give you some insight on something, is what I get. Now, here we have in the reverse Temple of Black Obsidian, the dark healing chambers. So maybe there are some things that still need to be healed because that's in the reverse. If I were to see that in the upright, I would say that you were healed from some things that perhaps maybe the lower vibrational energies we talked about, perhaps the magic that somebody is trying to put on you, or the dark forces they are trying to engage with you, something like that. Now, challenging, we have the Chariot of Ascension, spiritual work of the higher initiate. So you are definitely going through a transformation. You're being initiated in some aspect of your life. Next, we have initiation. Okay. Spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. So you are going through a test. And the question is are you going to pass the test? And then we have Pillar of Light, descent of the stars of Isis. Um, Descent of the star of Isis. So you could be a descendant of Isis, and you are being asked to step in the light in some way to handle some kind of darkness. I'm not sure. Let's see what else we get. Next, we're moving into the Anubis Oracle messages. And again, you did have some in the challenge. You had one in the reverse. In the others, no, you had another one in the reverse over there too. I see it now. Okay, so the first one we have here is in the reverse, and it is surrender. Shaman enlightened heart. So you are being asked to surrender to something. Surrender to your heart. Surrender to what your heart wants. Surrender to spirit. Ground yourself, because whenever I see, this tree of life, to me it's about, are your roots firmly planted? Can you withstand the storm? Are you on solid ground, is all the things coming in with that. Next, we have the Sphinx, and we have Divine Messenger, Earth Altar, Cosmic Library. This speaks to knowledge of, deeper knowledge, even of Akashic records and other deeper, higher levels of knowledge coming in for you. But you're going to be asked to surrender to the path, or surrender to what you need to do, or something like that. We've got Nut and Geb, wholeness, creation of sacred purpose, divine parents. Again, this is your spiritual team coming in to help you to understand your purpose, to understand the next step you need to take, to give you some guidance. We also have master craftsman, creator of form, organizing principle. What this tells me is that you are definitely a manifester, whether you know that or not. And you are very creative with your hands, but with even your manifestations and what you can do with that. And really, what is the intention behind your manifestations is the other thing that's coming in. Next, we have Thoth, and we have illumination, archetype of wisdom, enlightenment, enlightened communication. Again, those downloads, those communications coming in from your spiritual team, to include your ancestors, the angels, spirit, your connection with spirit, all of that. Next, we have Nephthys and the High Priestess, intuition and mystery. So you're really being asked to follow your intuition at this time, to really tap in, to understand the deeper knowledge that's trying to come through. We've got Wajet, which is life force energy, purification, divine awakener. So this is that initiation that I get here too. This is the cleansing of the spirit, the purification. This is the renewal. This is the clearing away, detoxification, even that you go through the transformation. And because you are going through the chariot of ascension, and you're going through the initiate process, you're being tested. Next, we have in the reverse, magic, medicine woman integration. So to me, this is about allowing for the integration of other parts of you that have been left throughout time in places, or throughout this lifetime in places, and that integration, even also the integration of wisdom and knowledge that's coming in for you. And then the last one is solar energies, transfiguration, alchemical gold. This is about alchemizing and transmuting energy. And releasing things that no longer serve you, stepping into your power, stepping into your sovereignty, on your path, your purpose. What are you here to do? That kind of thing, and understanding that. Now we're moving into the sacred symbol oracle, and we have some of these in the. This is in the upright. These are in the challenge. We've got some more in the challenge, and then we have some more here at the end. First one here, transformation. So we know that you're going through a change because we've already talked about that. Next, we have stormy. So to me, this is about going through a storm of some sort, either in the present, near future, where you're going to need to move to calmer water. And what I think is interesting is you have guides here, but when I see this card, it always reminds me of water. So this could be your guides are going to speak to you through water, through emotions, even because emotions are represented by water as well. So paying attention to messages and intuitive nudgings that you're getting also. Next, we have friendship. So again, this is friends and family. These are people that love you and support you, and are there to help you. This could also be your spiritual team by way of friendship. Next, we have protection in the challenge position, but we've already confirmed that you are protected. But your protection, you may also need to. You may also need to understand that, going through this initiation and this test, your protection is not necessarily there all the way, if that makes any sense. Excuse me. Whew, excuse me. Okay. Wait. Let's see. No, these were in that right. Okay. So the next one that we have here is fire. Now, fire, I got so many things when I saw this card come out. The first one I got is action. The second one is you could be dealing with the fire sign. The other one I got was fire is representative of divine masculine. So again, that speaks to action, that speaks to passion, that speaks to creativity as well. Next, we have divine feminine, which I think that's funny considering I was just talking about divine masculine. So this is about, and then you have the feminine over here. So this is about you coming into balance between your divine masculine and divine feminine. This also could mean that you have a counterpart who is a divine feminine. Next, we have water. Again, I talked about how the water over here. So water is very significant to you. Yes, you're a water sign, but this is confirmation of emotions coming up for you as well. That's why I think you're going to be overwhelmed. That's why I got the overwhelmed over here. because some passion and some emotions, all of this stuff is going to be coming up, and you're going to need to ground to handle that successfully. Affluence again goes back to sovereignty. You being in a position of affluence as you move forward, if you're not already, and that's just a part of what you're. That's the initiate. That's what you're getting ready to go into, is a position of affluence, whether that be on the spiritual realm or in the 3D realm. But there's something that you're going to move into in the future that is going to be of affluence. Interesting. Very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get into your Egyptian God oracle messages. You had some in the challenge over here as well, but not that bad. Let me put these back in the order they came out so I can go through them quicker. Okay, first we have being ordinary. I get every time I see this card, I think lots of different things. But the first thing that came to my mind is you're anything but ordinary. And I get the strong suspicion that you may want to be ordinary. But that is not truly what you're here to do, is what I'm getting. So that's where the affluence comes from here. That's where the sovereignty comes from here. That's where the initiate to the test and all of that is coming from as well. Next, we have protection. So again, another confirmation that you are protected, and to use protection. Um, hmm. So the interesting thing that came through when I said use protection was, of course, when you are having sex with someone. I'm not sure why I'm telling you that, but of course, protect yourself unless you want, something to happen, kind of thing. But hmm. So protection could be many things. Of course, it could be during, your intimate moments with someone else, but it could also be um, using things to protect yourself. Crystals, candle magic, you could do all kinds of things. You can carry crystals with you. You can pray. I mean, yeah, it was interesting how that went off on a tangent about protecting yourself and then use protection and then where that went. That's very interesting. Um, okay, so we've got justice here. So this is justice coming in. Perhaps you're calling justice, or justice is coming in about a situation. And then we've got resentment. So I'm not sure if this is you that's having resentment or this other person over here who's angry and hatred and jealous. Um, but if it's you, you definitely need to transmute that energy so that you're not walking in that for any reason, because that's um, skewing your intentions. It's skewing your energy is what I'm getting with that. Next, we have union and power. So again, union. So this is the divine masculine, divine feminine within you. So you can stand in your power. This could also be the physical union between you and another. Again, you had divine feminine out here. So you could be, in a union with another as far as your divine feminine, divine masculine union, okay, between the two of you. In the challenge position, we have fruitfulness. So this is in the challenge position because you are still going to go through some things, and I think you are being tested to see that at what next level can you go to, is what I'm getting. So the fruitfulness of that has not come through yet because that's still in question. I've got perseverance to keep moving forward with the small steps, kind of thing. We've got Hermitage, and I got to look that up. Had to look it up for another song the other day, but I just do not remember what it is. We've got faith and wisdom, again, increased spiritual connection, increased trust and faith and confidence in spirit during this time. Your ancestors, your spiritual team. We've got enlightening, yeah, enlightening. So again, the ascension, the chariot of ascension, the enlightenment, the understanding, the deeper knowledge, all of that's coming through with that enlightenment card. We've got hope, staying hopeful is what I'm getting there, staying in trust, faith, and confidence. We've got transformation. We've already talked about that several times. So I'm not going to go over that again. And then we have resourcefulness. So this is again being resourceful, but also using the resources around you to help you is what I'm getting to. Let me go ahead and pull the book on that one for the Hermitage. I can't believe I can't remember what that means. But I had to look this up the other day. Wait, what number is it? Give me just a second, because obviously I'm not finding it. Yeah, and this book unfortunately doesn't have like a little thing in the front, so it's all good. We'll get there in just a minute. What is the number in here? Okay, sorry. I think I went right past it. Okay, so it makes perfect sense why I couldn't find it, because I was looking in the wrong place. It wasn't even in that book. It's a different book. So I looked it up on my phone. It says, God of moon, time and knowledge. His name means traveler, the wanderer. Kansu is the admiral of human destinies. He is depicted as a mummified young child. He represents the synthesis of the beauty of youth, the archetypal of youthful amazement and spontaneity. Like other child deities, he symbolizes the potential that lies within all of us. Be open to new ideas and be brave, bold, and facing up to the unknown that presents itself to you. Possibility of journeys that take you away from your comfort zone. In love, you may experience new favorable beginnings. Okay, so really interesting energy. Because taking you out of your comfort zone kind of thing, right? So new experiences that are going to take you out of your comfort zone. Okay, so we've talked about that. All right, now let's go ahead and close out your reading with the last messages from the Priestess of Light and see what she has to tell you. Okay, let's see here. I'm just checking to make sure these are all in the same way, because I just noticed some of them are in the reverse. And I like to start out with my cards all in the same direction. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please give me messages for Scorpio. Close out your reading. What would you like Scorpio to know? A couple more. Okay. All right. Okay. Here's some right here. What else, spirit? What else, spirit? Give me some more messages for Scorpio, please. More messages for Scorpio, please. Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm going to do these again, Scorpio, because I don't know why these cards are all like crazy now. They're like, a lot of these are in the reverse when I know I didn't start out that way. So we're going to try this again because like the whole, yeah, these are like all over the place. Not to say that maybe they shouldn't be, but I just think it's weird that there's so many in the reverse. If I shuffle them again and they come out that way, then that'll be the way they're going to come out, and I'll leave it that way. But I just know I spent all this time to make sure they were in the upright. So let's see here. All right, Scorpio. Here's something about this. Just like what I said to you about protection. I don't know. It's very interesting. July 2020. You're reading very interesting energy. Okay, let's try this again. Whatever way they come out this time is the way they're meant to come out. Spirit, go ahead and give me some messages for Scorpio. But maybe that speaks to some of, the energy you're either in or going to be in, because you do have transformation and storming. So this could be upcoming events that are going to make you feel this way. And that might speak to how the cards flip like that. But we'll see when they come out. So however they come out this time, that's how they're going to stay. Spirit, give me messages for Scorpio. Thank you. Messages for Scorpio, please. Okay. Okay. No, I see two of the cards that have came out before. Okay. What else, Spirit? Okay. There's some more that want to come out. Okay. Please let the cards come out all the way, Spirit. Flip out completely. Thank you. Whew. Okay, we're going to leave it there because that's a lot. Okay. All right. Okay. Challenge position. Challenge position. Challenge position. Upright. Reverse. And okay. So the first one is duality. This is about accepting the duality within you. Light and dark, divine feminine, divine masculine, to come into balance and be step into your power also. This and that are true, okay? It's not an either or kind of thing. Telepathy is in the challenge. So this is about transmissions, perceptions, communication. So this is in the challenge position because maybe you're not allowing this or you're not hearing this at this time. Perhaps there's a sense of resistance even. We've got sacred breath and sound, life force, communication. So two cards already of communication. So things are trying to come through to you. Are they being blocked? I come right back to your enemy card here. Next, we have deep emotions. Again, we talked about that with the water card. You have the water card here, then you have the guides, and so your guides are going to try to assist you with getting through these emotions. But you are going to need to stay grounded during this time and not be overwhelmed by them. But also, I suspect you're going to have to take action in these emotions or do something about them. One of the two. We've got healing earth. Again, this is Mother Gaia. This is getting out in nature. This is about This is about stepping into your purpose. Idyllic times, again, this is about having it all is what I get here. Okay. The garden, the paradise is the message on the card. In the reverse, we have building your world. So this is about stepping into the creative energy, the passion again, expanding even. Also in the reverse, we have setting boundaries. So again, knowing how to set boundaries that are necessary as you move forward. Grateful optimism, staying grateful, staying optimistic and hopeful, as we read over here. We've got circle of eternal joy, stepping back into your joy. Again, go with the flow, staying balanced, staying grounded, getting these intuitive nudgings, these clairvoyant messages, even allowing for the messages to come through, using your friendships to have great times and fun and get support even during this time of challenge for you. Precognition, again, another card of clairvoyance, psychic ability, future vision. So this could be increasing or happening more frequently even. We've got sensuality, so again, divine feminine, feminine wisdom and passion, so coming into balance with that, or a feminine around you is going to be assisting you in this area. We've got courage to move forward, persevere. Bright heart light. This is in the upright, so this means that you've already had the heart chakra awakening. That's going to allow you to step fully into love. We've got earth magic, fearlessness, removing obstacles. So not allowing any obstacles to be in your way as you move forward, and removing them completely. We've got divine masculine now. So we had divine feminine over here. We've got divine masculine. So this is union, whether this is physical union or spiritual union of both. And then we've got new creativity, expansion, passion, joy, creating your life as you want it to be and stepping into that, stepping into your power, your sovereignty, taking the reins, and really, really forming your life the way you want it to be, and not allowing anyone, the enemy card here, not allowing anyone to stop that, or to delay it, or to do anything else to it that shouldn't be done. I do hope that this helps you. Much love and light, Lady T, Scorpio.